afternoon. Actually, I was told just to turn up at 12 o'clock and just do this presentation. I didn't know what to expect actually, except that everybody's supposed to be interested and look excited about my presentation. The name is Heng, Lo Heng. You can call me Lo, you can call me Tech, you can call me Heng, but don't call me Mr. Heng, Lo Tech. I not only bite, I almost like kill you. I mean, I'm more call me Mr. Heng, Lo Tech. No. Yeah. Anyway, I think about 20 minutes. I'm going to talk a little bit about myself, then why am I here, and then how some startup can leverage what we are doing in this part of the world. I've been in MNC almost all my life, okay? Doing general management, sales, marketing, post-sales, pre-sales, the whole works. But if there's something that I can pin my fingers on, I'm proud to say that when it comes to go to market, I'm there. A lot of companies will bring me up and say, you have to start up a channel, you have to start up a whole network in the Asia Pacific. Help us, help me, okay? So my go to market is my forte. Yeah, I mean, if you may bring it to a bit of old school, 4 Ps. I mean, in MNC, you can't change the product. The product is there. There's only so many flavors in terms of packaging, color that you can change. Pricing is always dictated by the company. Promotion to a certain extent is also being dictated by the company. So you only got place, and that's where I add value. We bring it to the market, and bringing to the market is just not about just appointing a distributor. We're talking about appointing the next level of reseller, and then also to influence the end user. So it's a whole gamut of things that we are looking at. So we're talking about not only just sell in, sell through, and sell out. Okay? These are some of the things, old school, but it works. Okay? Sebastian will laugh because we've gone through this many years ago. So that's where my forte is. Am I an entrepreneur? Maybe not. You know, I'm going to share you a story which a lot of people in the IT industry doesn't know. I spend more money in the IT industry. I still help out in the Singapore IT Federation. In fact, this evening I'm going to attend the SITF award dinner. Yeah. In fact, Chuck, if Chuck is here, you'll be surprised to hear this story I'm going to share you. Some year 2000, I started online photo site. Online sharing. It's similar to Snapfish. Okay? We had a term sheet, a real term sheet, black and white in my hand, early in the morning from a very renowned VC in Singapore. I mean, if I share you the name, I tell you, you'll freak out. Okay? Give us attention in the morning, say, young man, when back then I was young, 15, 20 years ago, young man, go and have a good lunch, come back up at 2 o'clock and tell us whether you accept it. I mean, no-brainer, they are the number one VC in Singapore, how to say no. So we have a good lunch. Luckily, I didn't pay too much I didn't spend too much on lunch. After that, went back. The CEO was seconded to another government body. He said, guys, I can't move forward with this term sheet. I read the new CEO. The light at the end of the tunnel become a oncoming train, right? You know. So that was my story about my entrepreneur startup venture, and I always realized similarly to what Snapfish was trying to do, and Snapfish 5 years later was bought by HP for $400 million. Okay? So my life was very, very different, and I will not be standing here talking to you in this manner. Maybe we will a little bit of go armchair or whatever. Okay, so that's where I am. I can't say that I never tried. Yeah, I think I did try. Okay, but my forte is still very much in the corporate environment. Okay, so that's about me. Distree APAC, what do they do?
The November, is it next month or this month?
2016.
Yeah, but this presentation for today, right?
Sorry?
Is it for today or for?
Yes. Okay, so I've been engaged by Distree. It's a French-based, 12 years old French-based company that does B2B conferences. Their event in Distree APAC is the 4th edition in Singapore. It's going to be in November 4th to the 2nd to the 4th at Grand Copthorne. executive events by invitation only, B2B, consumer tech, yeah, very focused. You ask me what's the difference between our event and the rest of the other event is that if prior to the event, you have one-on-one meeting set up. 2 weeks before the event, you have a list of all the attendees to the event, you log in all the meetings. Yeah. So it won't be a situation whereby you sit in your pool, wait for somebody, a direct person to come by. You pick who you want to see. Same as on the other side of the fence, the audience will pick who they want to talk to, which vendor they want to talk to. Okay? So if you are a vendor, you have product and services that you want to go to market, this is a platform because I invite all the channel partners in the region to attend this event. So it's a very much B2B business matchmaking. I mean, some people say that I'm a professional business speed dating, speed dating, yeah, which is quite similar to that concept. Okay. These are some of the profile of our customer base: ICT, exhibitors, lifestyle, travel, and sometimes between health, lifestyle, ICT is a bit the line is a bit blurrish now because wearable now can do a lot of things. Yeah. So anything that goes through a retail outlet, chain, superstores, lifestyle store, travel store, DFS, they should be at our exhibition. Okay. Then you got distributors, and then of course the audience will be channel partners, the likes of Challenger, Harvey Norman, Epicenter, DFS stores. They will come to the event. Okay. They will, and it's by invitation. And I don't think these people will spend 3 days with us if they've got no intention of looking for business opportunity. I mean, these are executive invited personnel. Yeah. So a lot of businesses look, they may come here for free holiday. I don't think so. Not at this level. Yeah. So we got one schedule online, so online scheduler. Besides the exhibition, by conferences, keynote speakers, session, we have networking and awards at the gala dinner where we honor some of the product that being exhibited at the show. Okay. Again, this is just one of the events that we conduct worldwide. I'll show you in another slide where the rest of the other events are being held. Okay. These are 8 to 10 events that we run worldwide. Yeah. Email in Monaco, Distree Connect Paris, Middle East, Abu Dhabi, Africa, Russia, Dubai, and then of course APAC. This is the last of the list for the year. Then we go back to Monaco in February. Yeah. Interesting. Not only we bring a platform for people to do business matchmaking, we also make sure that it's very cost effective for you. I have IB Singapore's support. If you take part in Distree APAC, which is held in Singapore, or take part in Distree EMEA in Monaco, IE subsidized up to 50 and 70% respectively, which is a lot of money. Yeah. So I emphasize again, we provide the platform and we also provide the resources to make sure that it's cost effective for you to participate in the event with the support of IE Singapore through IMED. I mean, if you guys are not familiar with it, we have a chart of it. Yeah. But it's a very seamless way of getting subsidy from the government. I mean, when we talk about, I hope there's no government officially, talk about getting some of this, you raise some of this program. People are, no. But it has been proven, because the 4 years we are running it, it's quite similar. Okay? And there are ways of doing it. I'm not saying that it's unethical or illegal. It's the right way, but just that we have intermediaries. Instead of giving the government, we have intermediaries that does everything for you, from audit or claim to the whole reimbursement process. Okay, this is down to my last slide. This is my contact. Yeah, if any of you are interested to talk about it a bit more in details, catch me with a event. I'll be here to do my guest of the event. Okay. Before I conclude, any questions? Anyway? we are the event organizer, event owner. Okay, so like in Singapore case, we're going to invite all the vendors from not only in Singapore but from the region. In fact, I had about 6 startups sign up for this event, and then 2 established company under Singapore Pavilion. And we go get a subsidy from IE, need to start a Singapore Pavilion. So we organize, we invite all the vendors from both overseas and local in the region to the event. And then we invite the regional channel partners to attend. And prior to the event, or 2 or 3 weeks before the event, you have the list of all the attendees online, and then you pick who you want to get in the event. And we organize everything. If you are exhibitors, you don't need to have your own contractor to build up, not like communication, you try to outdo each other, 3-story high, with helium balloon, the line dance, or no. It's strictly shell scheme, 3 by 3. What you see is what you get. The whole intent and purpose is to make sure that you have business engagement, not music, drums, bells and whistles to distract people from actual dealing of business dealing. Yeah. So it's a very structured, very disciplined trade. Short of better word, trade show. Yeah, but in this case, you are guaranteed that you'll be meeting the right people because you have access to all these people.
So the main thing of the event is for B2B work, or is it?
It's B2B, correct? It's B2B. I mean, if you are a vendor, your product wants to go through one of the channel partners, you should be there. You own a store, you own multiple stores, you own a franchise that reach out to the consumer technology space, you should attend the event. Yeah. But the product may be B2C, yeah. But you go there to look for distribution rights or reseller rights. Yes.
I was just wondering whether it's an industry focus for your events.
It's ICT. Yeah, anything that deals with technology. Let me give you an example. In Monaco, when I had a pre-attending early this year, they have this skipping rope that has an LED embedded. It tells you how fast you skip, how velocity, things like that. It's fun, it's game, but there's a technology involved. One of the exhibitors that's coming to my event in November is called Click. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's a little gadget that you attach it to a tennis racket. It measures your swing speed, your velocity, where you hit or sweet spot, things like that. So it's sports, lifestyle, but it's got technology involved. Okay? What else? Let me give an example. Okay, the other one is, I saw this gadget called Upright. It's a little gadget like a bench you put on the back. You program it. If you slouch, it will start to vibrate. You slouch, it will start to vibrate. So they teach you to sit properly with the right posture. So that's healthcare, but it's got technology involved. So it should be in our show. Because it sells through the channels. Yeah.
So these channels that you work with, like in Singapore, it's like Challenger.
The likes of Challenger, Harvey, Courts, Epicenter, travel stores, lifestyle stores. Yeah. And they're all from the region, not only from Singapore. All from the region, all the way from Japan down to Australia and New Zealand. Any questions?
Where can you buy that slouch thing?
The thing.
Yes.
Actually, I'll give you the online link. In fact, I was in Monaco. I bought it on the spot. I paid cash. I thought the guy gave it to me. Yeah, it is a very interesting platform. I mean, to us, I mean, we need to see the value proposition in our event. Yeah, like when I talk to all those startups. Either you see or you don't. I mean, you have a second thought and I say, okay, then sorry, mate. Yeah, but so far we have to pretty lucky. We've been having quite a high hit rate. Because, as I said, the startup, you got product. Your product is there. You have analyzed the price to the cows come home. You know what the positioning. You also know all the promotional channels that you have because you've got all the right people. But at the end of the day, you still need to go to market. And it's a very expensive exercise to go from door to door, country to country, trade show to trade show to look for the right partners. And sometimes you don't even know whether they're the right partners. Yeah, because this comes with a bit of white hair I mean, it's a relationship, it's a people business when it comes to distribution, go to market. Yeah. So we provide a platform. Okay. So a lot of them say, look, you bring all the duck in the room, I'm going to come and hunt. I'm going to hunt.
physical product, I think it's very easy to relate to what you said, especially when you go to an exhibition hall, you can do a show and tell. Today in Singapore, a lot of us, if you just follow the past 10 years, manufacturing or producing a product in Singapore is very expensive, and we don't really have that many people who aspire to go into manufacturing. Most of us are in software, something that is not so tangible that you can touch and feel.
Yep.
Right? Are they your right target audience when they come to see you and you can help them?
Absolutely. But let me take your first question further. Our first point first about not into hardware or product. I mean, it's a fact, we can't do it here, but there are definitely cheaper alternatives around in the region.
Yeah.
And in fact, we surprised a lot of startups is still quite physical like a product. Yeah. Of course, we hear about all these application based from Uber to Grab Cab and all those things. Yes, it may be some of these applications may be applicable when it comes to my event. Like the other day, I was talking to this guy that has a software application that does focus group marketing. So it will be relevant to the retailers. It will be relevant to the vendors. You know, to have some collaboration with them. Yeah. So yes, it doesn't mean that you have to have physical product. There's another one I'm talking to. He provides micro financing. Yeah. So if I'm a vendor, I want to go to God-forsaken place that doesn't have financial system, because I'll help you to collect money. You know. So yes, thank you. That's a good question. It's not just hardware; it's also services. That's why I said product and services.
So typically for a startup to really come to you, it will be the stage where they have at least an MVP, a minimal viable product, before they come to see you.
They need to be ready to market. They can't tell me and say, look, in 6 more months, 9 more months, I'll come up with a product. They have to be ready to market. One of them, he said, oh, come November, I'm not ready, but January. I said, yes, they take about that many months to help out a relationship, a partnership. I said, you don't wait till January, then when your product is ready, then you look for partnership. But if it's 1 year down the road, or you come in and say, so I want to look for my first 200,000 seed funding, then I say, oh, mate, I'm not your platform. I'm not your platform. That's why most of them I want to see them personally. I don't want to visit their office. I've been to Block 71, yeah, or the block next to Timber many times, because a lot of them say, oh, hey, I'm interested, but when I say, I said, I don't think you're ready. I mean, I'm ready to be fair to them, to my audience. Yeah. But there are a few of them, they are ready. I said, great, fine.
Any more questions?
Okay.
Right now, you ask all the questions is free because you are engaging. I can't guarantee. I don't know the fee.
For small piece of it. Yes.
Just for the benefit of those startups,
Yeah.
it may cost just for startup at this stage. Ballpark number, I mean, just
Okay, so the typical food, single food, is about 15,000 US. Okay, but we have like entry pack whereby you say, I'm not too sure whether it's the right platform for me. I'll come and experience it. Then it goes on to 8,000 US. For startup, you can prove to me that your startup, it went out all the way to 2,005. Okay, and then on top of that, the IMAX subsidy, so it's half the price. Yeah. So the intent and the motivation that's for us to make sure that people do leverage on the platform. Yeah. And the thing we try to make sure that, especially for startup, we make sure that we embrace them to our event. But if it's an established company, I don't use my startup, then I'll say my shotgun. Yeah. Okay. I'll still be around. I mean, hopefully, I'm invited for lunch.
That's why we're trying to delay, get you to talk more because the lunch is not here yet.
Oh, yeah. You need to give me a poll, man.
That's okay. Any more questions?
And the next speaker not here yet. Oh, yeah. Okay, now you will take over now.
Oh, yeah, lunch.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll be around, so catch me with around the next 2 hours.
Thank you, Heng.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys.
Right, on the next speaker, we have Mr. Chua Lai Chuan. He has shared with us a couple of times. Today, he's going to share with us a startup, and he has a product that he wants to share with everyone. And maybe you can give some feedback to him. Lai Chuan, are you having your... Some of you...
Alright, I think the last time when I came here, it was just to introduce you somewhat the concept of what we were doing. So I'll do a recap quickly afterwards. But what I was hoping to do today was to share more about the product that we have already, right? Which we are going to be doing a Singapore launch, a public launch towards the end of the year, December itself. Okay. How I structured today's sharing, but before I start, may I know this audience here, how many of you actually have your own startup or planning to have your own startup? And the rest help me understand, the rest of you are? Here it is.
I thought here for lunch.
Because why I've structured this was to talk about how, from experience of a startup, right? I myself, I say I've done this few startups before. This is my third one, and everyone I've been to, I get the same set of challenges, right? And I kind of say getting out the door, right? When your product is going out, there's this growth hacking. We use a big word, right? Growth hacking. That's always a big challenge. How the hell I get my first 10, 50, 100, 200 users and so on? That is a challenge, right, for most startups. Right? And I'll be sharing about how, from what we are doing in Noggin, we think that we have a platform that can help with that. Now, before I start, just to share, find out from you, how many of you understands heard about this thing called people use this terminology out there. Technology, walled gardens. Walled gardens, all right? So these are people like the big boys out there, Facebook, Google, the big boys, all right? I mean, these guys are the 5 or 10 out there, all right? And I'm sure you realize that they probably, if you talk about globally, they occupy 80% of the market. Then you have all the other millions or thousands of other startups trying to fight for the other 20%. This is what's happening up there. I don't know whether you feel the same way, but please tell me if I'm wrong. This is how I'm seeing it. All right? So I think today, even in this space itself, all right, in the walled garden, they're only getting bigger. All right? These guys are getting into different spaces. You must have heard Facebook has just reiterated back and say that they're going to open up a marketplace. There's this thing icon there they're going to come up with. You press shop, all right? You can see listings of what products are out there, sellers out there, you can buy. It's free, all right? You know, a few years back, Facebook did this. It didn't go well. They're restarting it. Right? And like I say, the key thing now is that they're doing this for free. All right? They don't do any of the transaction. You do it outside of Facebook. The idea is to keep all within that walled garden. All right? Now, I think the question I always ask, and if you're in a startup yourself, you ask yourself, is this a good thing or bad thing for you? All right? Now, for those of you who are doing startups, how many of you feel that these guys out there, okay, you make use of the Facebook and Google quite a bit, that you can help them with their business? How many of you feel that way? Do you all feel that way, that these guys actually help you, or they don't actually help you? Any viewpoints on that? No, I don't think they'll kill you, because they only kill the top few, so to say, right? I mean, they'll kill among themselves, right? But my point, I think, is that because of where they are, they actually lay the ground rules. You play to their rules, not the other way around. Right? So, for that matter, it is very difficult for any startup to try to move into anything here. All right? I don't know. I remember there was one startup I was helping with 2 years back. All right? And they were doing something about events. All right? And they tried to look into using social to help the events. All right? Trying to build features around events for event sort of management. But the thing is that many times I remember was that when we presented this, a lot of people were start thinking, isn't that what Google does? Isn't this what Facebook does? I mean, that's the challenge for most startups today. If you're thinking of doing a startup, I can tell you, you crack your brain, and it's not easy to find a unique idea. Because these top guys up there, the big five, with their resources, they have most of the ideas. Alright? It's a challenge. Alright? So depending on how you look at it, it's actually good or bad. Alright? Now the other thing is, I'm not sure also you realize this. A lot of this tech, these wall gardens, right? Most of them are, if you think of it, another way of looking at your data brokers. They make money out of the data that you generate for them. Use Facebook, free. Use Google, free. But you're actually their factory worker, right? They're generating all the data, they use those data, all right? They go out there to sell to advertisers. That's how they make their money. All right. Now, on this aspect, and just to share with you also, in the data brokering, so people who sells, trade data, and so on and so forth. All right. There are many of these companies out there. There's 5,000 over such data broking companies. Right? And you don't even count the telcos who sell some data as well. All right. Of course, they sell anonymized data, but they sell subscriber data. All right. Now, there are some what we call challenges in this space, and this is exactly why Noggin was started. All right. We started this because we found that there were problems or challenges around personal data in this space itself. Why are we so concerned about personal data? Because we believe that businesses, anyone who does a startup, there's a good demand for personal data. Because once you have personal data, you can do a lot of this personalization, targeting, and so on and so forth. All right? But the trick is, how do you go and collect it? All right? And one of the things that I met many startups, all right, all of them try to emulate, like the Facebook, the Google way. They want to accumulate data. They want to grow data. All right? Thinking that I have data, I'm going to be the next one, I'm going to make lots of money. But the process of collecting those data is never easy. It's very difficult. Right? Especially now with privacy laws coming in. Right? More importantly, there's nothing much for the consumer. Right? You can come up with different apps out there. All right? And today you have travel apps, you have all kinds of apps out there. Commuter apps, this and that. All of them are collecting a lot of personal data. But the other challenge that a lot of these companies have is that they're sitting on a lot of data that they don't even know how to monetize. That's the other part of personal data challenges. Right? So this is where Noggin comes in. All right. With the product that we're building. Okay, we're building actually, we call it a personal data marketplace. All right, where consumers and sellers can come together, and they can monetize the data that they have. Right. Now, let me just start off by sharing with you, lead you through how, if you're a startup, right, you may be able to make use of the platform that we have. Today, as a startup or any company, any businesses out there, we have products and services to sell to consumers. Right. What happens is that today, if you go to Block 71, like you say, or this whole area, there's hundreds of startups here. Right? And there's always the saying, right? You want to bring in user, it's $1 US to acquire a user. raise money, right? For marketing dollars, right? So startup one, we have to go and raise to try to build his first 100,000, next one 100,000, and so on and so forth. Everybody is doing in silo, right? And that's why they struggle, because to build 100,000 is tough, right? Now, why isn't people thinking of something like this? First and foremost, a consumer, okay, has relationship with multiple sellers. Remember that. But a seller has only one relationship with a consumer. The other way around. So what I'm coming to drive at is that if you think about it this way, if all the startups in this part here, in this launch pad, everybody goes and acquire 10,000 each. If 10 of them, all right, that means 100,000 each accessible to all of them. Divide and conquer. Okay? So this is the concept that we are thinking about. All right, that you want to grow ahead. The best way to grow ahead is you share, work among the partners, the sellers that you have of them. Today, I find many startups, including myself when I first started, we are so used to running on our own in our own silo manner. We don't think about getting with a few other people to share. All right. Now, growth hacking can be shared. The resources can be shared. Consumers, why can't they be shared? It can be. All right. The question. So what we have done is we have built a platform that kind of helps you with this itself. All right. So what does this platform do is that we create a market where consumers are being matched with sellers, all right, by relevance, and more importantly, there's privacy protection. By relevance here means that each consumer has their personal data that they can collect. Right? I'll share with you in the next couple of screens how we are doing that. Right? We have what's inside this thing we call a pot. Right? We have a software that we developed called a login pot that every consumer can download. It's free of their own, right? And they can start collecting, organizing, augmenting, and controlling the personal data itself. So the idea is that with this personal data, they can be matched with the sellers. Sellers who have certain product or service that they want to pre-market, all right? They want to test out the market, right? They can be matched. Right? So let me just move on to the next screen. Right, the next screen I'm sharing with you is a stick review of what we're coming up with end of the year. This is what the pot looks like. All right, like I said, a pot. All right, a pot is actually just to us, technically speaking, is a personal protected container, right, where you actually can get to organize, manage, and control your private data, your own data. Right, this data, where do they come from? From the user accounts you have in Fitbit, Facebook, your consumptions, whatever. That's what an API. All right. Collect that, put it into this pot. All right. Now this is what the pot looks like. All right. Through a browser, you can go into this pot. Right. You'll be able to look into your data. Okay, we call data point by different subgroups, like your base, about your life, basic information, work information, your health and wellness, your finances, consumptions, purchases, stuff like that. Right. And then you see that this is a place of basic info. And from each of this subgroup, right, you could also start to manage the privacy. All right. What are your data points that you have that you've collected? Right, that is confidential, private, or public. You can manage the data sources, where they're coming from. So, together, login as part of a community that we're building, right? We're building what we call meta plugs, we call it plugs, data plugs, where you can actually collect data from different sources. And then permissions. We have this belief, of course, for the way we are doing it, right? That we believe that if people are more open with their data, data are free to be integrated in a sense. I think that is much better. All right? And it's actually important, right, than trying to build things in your own silo itself. I share with you this. We did a research, and it's a very interesting observation. I realized we did a research of U.S. startups. Most U.S. startups, right, at least a good 70% of them, when they do their startup, they think from an ecosystem perspective. Right? They build an app, or the services, the portal, whatever, and they will have open API for people to connect because they want to create partners and so on and so forth. Then we did a comparison of Singapore startups. Less than 10% or 20%. Every startup here never thought about creating an ecosystem. I mean, just to give you an example, if I'm a travel app, why don't I build an app, but at the same time I open it up with APIs so that other partners could plug in. But that's always never thought, it's always afterthought, because we always drive in the silo manner. Right? So the other thing, of course, is that you can also see mashups of the different attributes. In this case, if it's something about health and wellness, right, you can combine your, let's say in this case, heartbeat that you get from your different sources, right, and you can even augment it. Right, in this pod, we even show you things like your movements. All right. So these two screens are ways in which you can actually visualize the pod, right, from different sources. For once, you can now pull your data from your Facebook with the Google Map, locations, and so forth, to see what it means in your life, like a quantified self. All right. So this is just a pod. All right. Now, from a business perspective, what we are also rolling out, besides the pod which will go out this year, is what we call, we are building also two apps that goes out. Right? Pod Sense, which is used by the consumer, we call it, right? The people who buys your product and services, and the sellers, people who sells products and services. Right? We think that this platform we are building, right, in day one, one of our goals would be to go and talk to startups out there. We talk to all the startups here, right, who wants to pre-market or test their app. Right, because I think these are the people that need most help, all right, on our platform to reach out to the pods. All right, and in this way itself, we think that like I was saying earlier, right, having different people itself, different startups, they sharing a set of consumers. Right? Now, what's interesting about this app that we are building, right, think of it as two sides to it. There's a seller and a consumer side. Is that we have this concept called benefit card. Right? So now what happens is that when a seller has a product that he wants to sell, he will now create a benefit card. And what this benefit card is about is just selling or promoting or introducing his product or service through benefits. What's the difference between a benefit feature? Right? Besides this example here, you look at those telcos. Right? You find a lot of telcos advertise 5G, 100 megabit per second. For many consumers, it has no meaning. What does 5G mean to me? Right? Those are features of the service or product M1 is promoting for your startup. The benefit here would be that if its benefit, it must be consumer perceived value. Right? So a benefit in this case would be highlighting to housewives that now you can watch a Korean movie with no interruption. Or to a professional that if you're on a conference call overseas, no interruption, no drop in line, stuff like that. Right? So we in this benefits card, right? We believe that through these benefit cards, we can help the seller to promote, introduce their products or services, right, through benefit selling rather than just features. So on this side here, right, what this app does, right, it's very simple. It's based on 3 steps. You step it, all right. You create a card, you set the card, and you show it. Right. What we are doing is that we are creating some gamification effect, right, such that when you create a card, you can define, or as seller, I can say that when I want to show this card. This card will be shown on Mondays, Tuesdays, at this time, at another time. Of course, when you show it also depends on the target profile of people you're trying to reach. Maybe you are trying to hit those people who are very much in social media between this age group. And you found that from our post-market dashboard, there's a group of these people who does this every time, between 9 to 10 o'clock. So you show that. So you can control the show time of your card, correct? Besides the benefits. On the other side, we have this app we call it PodSense, which the consumer uses, the guy with the pod. He downloads this app. Right? With this app, right, he gets what you call match cards. Cards that matches his persona. Based on the target profile that this guy, the seller, has created for a particular product. Right? So now, for example, like I said earlier in the telco case, right, to sell a new service, they could create multiple target profiles to hit with different benefits messaging. So on this side, they receive it, right, and they can act on it. They're interested, not interested, right? They want to inquire, they want to purchase, they want to buy, for example. Same thing for us, we do not take care of the transaction. Right? We will just do the matching. If the person is interested, we link them back out to your website, to your phone number, your whatever contact, and transaction is done. Okay? We are just doing the matching, right, of this personal data set. And some of the things that we are introducing into this PodSense app is like Tinder. Have you guys heard of Tinder? Right? The matching dating app. So it's the same thing, you see your cards stacked up. And you can swipe left to not interested, swipe right interested, so you can see and so forth. Each card comes with, we believe that what's important in each card is a picture, a photo. So that's why we call it snap. On the seller side, you just have to snap a photo or a picture. You can see what the product is. Right? So on this side, they swipe, they see what they're interested, what they're not. You also get to see a dashboard. Right? And also what's interesting that we're introducing into this whole thing, right? Because it's a personal data marketplace. Right? We are also providing a way for the consumers, because of their personal data, to be able to monetize it. Right? So that's very simple. Alright, they can actually monetize through earning of login credits. Right? Our model is very simple. Alright, we actually revenue share. Alright, that means whatever we get as a revenue, we share with the consumers, right, for the data that gets made. Right? So this is how we're creating this personal data marketplace itself. Right? So for the first time now, we think that what we are doing is interesting. Why is it? First time, you as an individual can now earn from the data that you have. Alright? Not like today. You can't earn it. Right? You have all your data sitting in your Facebook account, Google account, and so on and so forth, but there's no marketplace for you to monetize it. Alright? This is not going to make you, you can't quit your day job today and, take this on as a job, right? But at least it can help you monetize data. You get some data. Right? Beyond, the Facebook and Google and these guys making money out of your data itself. You just are able to now monetize this through this platform. Right? So that's, in a nutshell, what I have to share, right, of what we're launching end of the year. Right? A login pod, which is the container for your storage of the data, the collection, visualization of it. 2X, PodSense, one side for the consumer, pocket, which is for the sellers, right, for them to be able to interact into this marketplace. Okay. Now, I think with that kind of ends my sharing this afternoon. I like to put this up as well as my last slide, where I hope to have you guys help this whole ecosystem, right, by signing up for early participation. Right, you can go to our website, just put in an email, right, and there will be you'll be given priority, right. Plus also for the early priority resistance, you'll be preloaded with login credits, right, certain number, all right, and all these credits are cash convertible. This is how you monetize your data down the road. And any of you who are interested in partnerships, all right, please drop me an email. Right? We're keen to always talk to different startups, right? how they can actually build apps or build the apps in this marketplace. Our whole platform is API ready. Right? Like I say, the key difference for us is when we build this, we had an ecosystem in mind that we have to work with other people. Right? By ourselves, it's very difficult. Right? So the other thing, of course, is that I shall be hopefully following up with you guys by email. Right? At one point in time, if you guys sign up, right, for you to be one of our first users of this marketplace. All right. Thanks. And that's all I have to say.
I just have a question now. Why would I as an individual want to sign up? Because my data now is all over, right? So why do I want to keep it in one place? If somebody hacked into my account, right? I lose all my data is being shared by
I think there's, I'll answer this in two parts. All right. I think first part is the technical answer to this. All right, is that first and foremost your port that we are given. I would say that we are the really first one today where the whole port is encrypted with your own key, own password. So you're individually encrypted. All right. Each of you have one port. If you guys sign up for this, each of you have one port, and you individually encrypted. All right. Unlike today, everything is in one big. Like you say, when you say the target was compromised, Yahoo was compromised, it's because everything is in one big database. They're encrypted. All you have to do is just go one place, crack the whole entire database, and 500 million information records. In our case, every port has different ones. All right. So we spread your surface area of attacks. So that's technical answer to it. The other part, I would say that why would you want to put everything together? All right. If you think of it this way, we believe that by you putting things together, all right, this is not so much, this answer is not so